Breakfast with Shanae, covering everything you need to know and chatting to all the artists during the 52nd Toyota Tamworth Country Music Festival. For Optus, locals offering exceptional service with no appointment needed. Peel Street, Tamworth. Tamworth's best festival coverage, 1287 2TM.
And this morning, joining me on the breakfast show here on 1287 2TM is the newly crowned 44th Toyota Star Maker winner, Wade Forster. Good morning, Wade.
How are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
Still speechless, I guess. Yeah, haven't slept a wink, so.
I was going to say, has it sunk in?
Not quite, but when I, went up for a shower this morning, I come back and where I normally hang my towel, there was a, Star Maker poster there saying winner. It was a bit different, eh? Still, yeah, it's still sinking in a lot, yeah.
Yeah, what a whirlwind. You were just saying off air to me, last year were you at Academy?
Yes, yeah, I was at the Academy and it really was a turning point in my music career. They taught me a lot about the industry and I was at that point where this is either going to be a hobby or a job. And after that Academy, I was like, I'm making this a job. And with the Academy, I got to go down to Peel Street and watch the Star Maker. I didn't even know it existed before then because I was up there, didn't really know much about music. And I said to myself, as Lauren Ryan got all her stuff, I said, that's going to be me next year. One of my friends, I want to try and do that. And it's crazy. It's come full circle.
Yeah, pinch yourself moment.
I've been pinching, punching, I do a bit of everything.
Well, I watched the package that obviously played before you jumped up on stage last night. So Winton is home for you.
Yes, yeah.
And obviously, the affinity of the bush and growing up out that way, and of course country music and rodeos, being a full-blown cowboy.
Yeah, no, I've been a professional rodeo circuit cowboy nearly all my life and was raised into it and, it's a really good job and now I've got two good jobs, I hope, and I've really wanted to make something out of both of them and that's where I get my influences from and it's been a crazy day, crazy thing to think that in 2 years back I didn't think I was going to be rodeoing much, I didn't want to sing much and now I'm doing both full time.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. And I mean, on top of obviously kicking off 2024 with now the Toyota Star Maker win, but last year with Luke Combs and Cody Johnson.
Cody Johnson, yeah.
Yeah, you had some good times on stage with those fellas?
Yeah. So Cody said on Kicks Country that he wanted to come over here and do some team roping and it just so happens I'm a team roper. He's a header, I'm a healer. I was like, this is perfect. This is my chance. So I put a TikTok up and I know the power of social media. So 2 days later, it blew up. He called me 2 days later and I was like, no, there's no way. He said, where are we going? And I said, let's go to Townsville. And I love Townsville Rodeo. It's run by some good people. I've never missed there either. I've been very fortunate. I've missed a few in the Bulldogging and the Cirrus and that, but never missed in team rope and that was a lot of pressure and I could feel all the eyes on the back of my neck. They were burning through me. Went out there, got one caught. Was proud as punch, just a little fast getting out, but didn't take the win unfortunately. But yeah, real good moment. And then Cody sprung it on me. Let's go to Melbourne. Let's sing "Mamas Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up Be Cowboys."
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
So I mean, with starting music, like where did that bug initially bite?
I always liked all sorts of music. Like I grew up travelling with Dad and his friends, and listening from anything from rock to country to rap, I grew up on Wu-Tang and NWA and Kid Rock and Tom T. Hall, like it's a wide palette. But it wasn't until after boarding school I went to Mount Isa for the refrigeration apprenticeship and didn't have a lot of friends there because, cowboy. And all the cowboys up there were older than me and they had families, they didn't want to hang out and drink beer and rodeo all weekend, they had full-time jobs, so I was bored and wanted something like a passion, so I bought a guitar off Facebook Marketplace for $50 and taught myself off of YouTube and kept learning more and more songs and got more and more addicted to it. And yeah, it wasn't until a rodeo at Chillago a couple of years later, a fella called Jack Campbell told me, you can sing a bit, eh? I was like, oh yeah, really? Do you think so? And ever since then I've just been singing with all my heart, I want to be the voice of the Cowboys because it's sort of strayed away from that in country music, and I'm as real as it gets. I was sitting in the top 50 and all Australian Cowboys this year.
Yeah, wow.
So, yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
And you were wearing the Wrangler gear pretty
Yeah,
proudly up
yeah,
on
yeah.
stage last night.
I got to give it to Wrangler, you know. I've always loved their clothing, and thank God they sent me some new stuff because I would have had some oil stains. I don't have money for new clothes and new jeans and that. You know, I'm always working in jeans and long sleeve shirts, so they sent me out some new stuff. I was like, thank God I didn't want to go up on stage with oil stains and stuff like that. Yeah, no, Wrangler's real comfortable for rodeo, and yeah, no, they've been very good to me.
Well, I was talking to someone earlier this morning, and they were, we were talking about obviously watching the grand final last night and the packed Toyota Park. It was just an absolute sea of people out the front of that stage. You had a fair few fans down in the front row
Sure did.
cheering nice and loudly. Could you hear them?
Yeah, I could hear the cowboys and cowgirls. I could see straws and felts for miles, and that was one of the coolest feelings. Made me feel like I was at home.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
it's really good when, rodeo's a funny thing. You can go out there and compete, and everyone wants you to win, even if they're in the same event. Steer wrestling especially, we're all there. Come on, mate. Clapping them in. Yeah, go get him. And they've incorporated that with me in my music. Every cowboy wants me to sing him a song. You go to a rodeo, and after the rodeo, we'd be having a few beers or something. After just relaxing, and someone will put on one of my songs and they'll scream it on the top of their lungs, and no better feeling. They've been behind me since day one, and I appreciate it.
Well, I know that it's going to be a fair whirlwind now for you, Wade. This point moving forward, not only taking the crown of Star Maker winner for 2024, but there's a lot of great things that come with it as well. So that's pretty impressive.
Oh, there's a lot of prizes there. Like they said, $100,000 worth of stuff. I don't think I've ever had seen $100,000 worth of anything. So yeah, I'm very grateful for all the stuff, and my guitar had a bit of face mask holding the audio jack in because I was too cheap to get it fixed. So yeah, it works good enough. So, but yeah, thank God, mate, and give me a new one because that one's on its last legs.
And you got a new Fender too?
I got a new Fender. Now I need to get an amp because I don't know anything about electric guitars, but I am damn sure going to learn.
And then I think later this morning from around 10 o'clock, you swing by Tamworth City Toyota and you pick up your new set of wheels.
Yeah, and I used to drive I still do drive a 79 Land Cruiser from, 2007 model, and she's got more dints and miles, so it's going to be really refreshing to get in a car that, is a bit cleaner and doesn't have mud on the dashboard, and, old seat covers that have got mud and dust and, even blood, from working and that, because that car's my work car and my going away car. I don't have anything else, so it's going to be a bit nicer. I'll look after this one a lot better than I do the work car. Thank God I've got a work car still, though. That one will never get used in the paddock. It'll just sit in the shed, nice and pretty. Yeah.
And what a trip to Tamworth, coming home with all of that. I think you said in your package last night that it's the first time being to Tamworth and you're not bringing horses with you and all of that.
Yeah, no, yeah, every time I used to come down here, they used to run a thing called the Big Show Team Roping. It was sponsored by Mitsubishi, and come down here, first time I came down here with my dad and a few mates and that, and woke up that morning and it was summer up there, it was February, so I was footy shorts and that's where I was sleeping, footy shorts, my Raiders footy shorts up the Raiders, and woke up and it was -2 in February, and I couldn't believe it because I had to go break ice off the top of my horse's water. I looked at that, I said, I'm never coming back here. And here I am, so.
Oh, well, Wade, I know you've got a busy schedule ahead of you, so I really do appreciate your time this morning, popping in, catching up with us here on 1287 2TM, all the way from Winton to now being known as the 44th Toyota Star Maker winner. Wade Forster, congratulations.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thanks for having me.
And we'll continue with our coverage of the Tamworth Country Music Festival, all thanks to Optus, coming up after the break.